Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News for Friday, June 26, 2015. Dozens came out to the American Legion Hall yesterday evening to take part in Candidates Night. Residents had an opportunity to meet and greet those running for office and hear the candidates publicly respond to a number of questions about issues in the community. Although the event was sponsored by the American Republican City Committee, it was a nonpartisan event open to all. Organizer Susan Blaze spoke about the event.
It was an amazing success. We had standing room only in the back. Every seat was filled. The food was delicious. The American Legion had a nice bar set up if anyone needed soda or a drink. It was just a great program. We had a total of 24 candidates come forward. They were each given 2 minutes to be able to do their introduction, and then they answered a question that they randomly picked out of a basket. Some of the questions are ones that we used in the past for the last 3 times, but some of them were new tonight, and we did add more questions this year, so we're up to 9 questions because we wanted it to be a little bit different so that everybody wasn't answering the same question. I think the answers were very interesting. A lot of people put thought into their speech. We sent out packages about 3.5 weeks ago so the candidates would know ahead of time the 9 possible questions that they could pick out, also that the format would be that they'd have 2 minutes. And a lot of people ask why we follow that format. We want this to be super friendly, casual. It's just something, we don't want people to be nervous. We want them to be comfortable, feel like they're part of the process. And actually afterwards, for up to the next week, many people actually call us each time that we do this and say thank you. We really liked that there wasn't any stress or pressure, very friendly. So it was a great program tonight. We love being part of this and being part of Attleboro. I hope if somebody out there is thinking about running in 2 years, which would be 2017, we will still be here in June of 2017 hosting this event. It will be our 5th time at that point, and we hope some new people we've motivated tonight that are going to watch this program and go, wow, I want to be involved. I want to be part of this.
As summer heats up, many are going to be pulling out their backyard grills to cook a tasty meal. There are a lot of hazards to be aware of in using the cooking equipment, and Attleboro Fire Chief Scott LaChance shared with us some of the things to watch out for.
Yeah, on an unrelated note, but makes you think about it during the summer, is propane gas grill safety, something that we always think about. We respond to 3 or 4 propane gas fires during the summer, gas grills. So it's important for people to know what they should do in the event of a fire with the propane gas grill. First thing is preventing it is always the best option. So you should limit the amount of grease that's built up on it if you can before you start to use it, because it's the grease that catches on fire. And then the next thing not to do, and it's your instinct, is to put the fire out, but you really do not want to extinguish a fire on a propane grill until the fuel is shut off. You run the risk of an explosion, especially if the cover on the grill is closed. So the best thing to do is shut the propane off, and it should extinguish itself. And if you are going to try to extinguish it, it has to be with a dry chemical fire extinguisher. Do not use water, and certainly call 911 immediately. And one of the things that we find, not frequently, but a few times a year, is people have the gas grills too close to their house, and sometimes if they even have a small fire, just the heat can actually melt the vinyl siding. So it's not a fire code, but it's a good recommendation, a good practice is to keep the grill at least 10 feet from your house. Propane, not necessarily concerned about lightning. They would be grounded through the appliance that they're in. The better concern is that we don't want to see anybody bringing them inside the residence for any conditions. Propane shouldn't be stored inside. If you have a propane leak and it's inside your residence, propane's heavier than the air, so the gas will accumulate, and that's highly flammable and explosive. If you're going to store your gas grill and your propane cylinders for the winter, best option is in a shed that's not connected to your house. Even garages is really not the place for them to be. The fire code doesn't allow them to be stored like that inside. Most people don't know it. But from a pure safety standpoint, keeping it in the shed, even outside, behind the shed, on underneath the blue top for the winter is far better than keeping it inside.
That's it for today's update. For DoubleACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.